All right, folks, good morning and welcome. Continue with the mimer, the Hasidic discourse, Basi Lagani, how we're to create this garden, God's garden, and how we're being equipped, and how God, the king, as the metaphor, the king, when he's fighting the battle for life, for his life, and God is making himself vulnerable to fight the battle that the divine should conquer the negativity and the darkness of the world. It's putting a lot on the line, especially you see so much darkness in the world. And the king is splurging and giving everything from his treasure house in order to win the battle. And we are now at a point more than ever in history to win the battle. Light over darkness, good over evil, redemption, Mashiach now. And therefore, we're given all the resources possible that we can accomplish it. Accomplish it we will. So we're given, as we spoke about, a light of God that it reaches down to the lowest place. It's something, it's beyond us because it's God's infinite light. Yet it reaches and reveals itself to the lowest place, whether it's in the tunnels of Gaza, to the hostages, or whether it's in our personal life, that we really sense, as low as it might get, you sense and you experience that God is really with you. That's amazing. Or at least we have the emunah, we have the faith in that, right? And therefore we have that sensibility. Or I don't know if sensibility is the right word, because emunah, faith, is something beyond rationale. But that's but we sense it, we feel it. That's the light of the Ein Sof that reaches to the lowest place. That's amazing. But as much as that's great, it's kind of that Ein Sof light of God as it contracts itself to fit into my experience, my feelings, my perception. And of course, that's limited. Then God gives us another gift. And that is that his light, or Ein Sof, the infinite light of God, is L'mayla L'mayla Ein Kates, is above and beyond any end. What does that mean, above as opposed to below? So below means it's coming in some kind of manner that's beyond, but still it's being revealed. That which is beyond is being revealed. Right? Meaning God's being revealed in the lowest of the low. Right? In the tunnels of Gaza, in my life, when I feel a moment that is, a dark moment, but I feel that it's being illuminated. There's a revelation there of connection. Then there's a time that we're talking now about something that's beyond, and this is what we call korav, a makif rochik, the encompassing light of God, the infinite light of God, right? It's encompassing. That's encompassing. Encompassing means, right, that it's not integrated. It's not like I have full understanding and appreciation. Right, that would be something that would be integrated. It's not encompassing. So both these lights are encompassing. First one is that encompassing means I'm sensing something greater of God that's here. It's illuminating this moment, this experience, this darkness. But then there is something that in this moment there isn't an illumination. I don't sense, experience, feel God's presence, on the contrary, I'm feeling the darkness. I'm feeling detached. Are we really detached? So here's the this is hard to put into words over here, to be quite frank. In that higher to no end, which means a helama atzmi, an essential concealment. It's not something that will become revealed and I get it, I sense it, even though it's something greater than me, but I get it, or it's integrated so I understand it. It remains something beyond me that I feel disassociated, detached from. It's not like in this moment I'm feeling, God's presence is clearly here. This is even a higher level possibility, at least. This is the place where many of us actually veer off, because in that inherent concealment, it is so lofty of God that I can't experience. And what I do experience is a darkness, is disconnect. I'm feeling a disconnect. And nothing can, and it's not like God's light that's going to shine on me, that's going to bring me the connection. So what does it mean? Does that mean I'm that's it, finished, no connection? No, there is a connection. It's an essential connection, though, that cannot come from the light of God. It can only come from us. It can't come from the teacher. It can't come by someone telling you. It can't even come from God communicating to you that, hey, I'm here with you. It can't come that way. Because if it comes that way, then that's a diminished light that just fits into, my worldview, my feelings, my sense of, of that which is beyond me, but I sense it, I have I don't know what the word is, some kind of appreciation, if you will, feeling towards it, of that which is beyond. Here I don't get it. I don't feel it. I'm not experiencing it. I'm just experiencing a darkness. And nothing's illuminating me. Nothing is a light that is shining in my life that brings me, picks me up, except me. Why was there that seemingly an abandonment, right? Seemingly a complete darkness. It's still God's makif. Yeah, it's distant. It is God beyond us, at a distant that I can't, I can't come to it mindfully. Like I'll work it through and I'll recognize, yeah, God's here. No, because then when you work it through your mind and your heart, then what you're bringing is just based on a contracted light, on a limited light of God that fits into your experience, your awareness, your feelings, and that's very limited. It's extremely limited. As opposed to, it's beyond, it's something that is not to be revealed in me. I mean, revealed to me rather, right? But something that I come from me to recognize that essentially I'm bound up, not because there's an illumination here, because illumination is not essential anymore. Illumination is only a ray of light, right, from the sun. It's not a ray of light anymore. It's the sun itself, meaning me, myself, that I become the source of the illumination. That's not easy to come to. I become the source. I'm not receiving, I am. This is who and what I am. That piece of God in me, that's me. This is me. Not it's me because I get it. Not because of me, I'm feeling it. No, that's concealed from me. That's hidden. It's me. Why then? Just because it's me. That's essential. That's higher than anything that will illuminate. We're always looking to get. So the animal soul just wants to get, comfort and pleasure. The divine soul wants to get connection, right? And wants to appreciate that and to feel that connection, which is amazing, wonderful. This is something greater than that. Not feeling it, you're not understanding it, but you are it. You're a piece of the divine. Yeah, but why? How do you know? What tells you? Just, that's what it is. It doesn't come through a conscious awareness, so to speak, like I worked it through, I went to therapy and, through therapy I worked it through and now I know I'm the piece of the divine. I'm connected. No. It's not coming that way. Sorry. And therefore this is tied with will of will. You have a will for something, you have an awareness of what that will is. Why do you have a will for what you have? Because you have a will of will that we're not aware of. That's beyond us. That's makivarochik. That's the encompassing within me that's beyond me. Right? Why? That's expressed in mitzvah, the only mitzvah called shicha. Shicha means to forget. It's the mitzvah that when you are, back in the day, a farmer in the Holy Land of Israel, and this is one of the gifts for the poor, that if you were harvesting and you forgot a sheaf or two of stalk in the field, guess what? It becomes a mitzvah now for the poor that they can take it for them. Now, that's only because I forgot. If I do it willfully, if I do it because I'm aware of this mitzvah, guess what? There's no mitzvah there. It's only because you forgot. You can't with awareness forget, because with awareness means the opposite of forgetting. You remembered. You remembered this mitzvah, so you forgot it. No. You forgot. Why'd you forget? Because you forgot. It wasn't your will to forget. It's the will of will, though, in this instance, right? The source of your will that's beyond the conscious awareness. And therefore you fulfill the mitzvah only because you forget. Oh my gosh. Now that just, of course, not gives you a license that you could forget now, your wife's birthday and say, well, it comes from a higher place, my forgetting. Right. But here in the attachment to God we're talking about, of a will of will, of it expresses itself in the mitzvah of shicha. Every other mitzvah, you have to have some kind of awareness of doing the mitzvah. If you're putting on tefillin and you're not aware that this is God's command, right? At least minimally. If you're saying the Shema and you don't know the first words of Shema Yisrael, hear, O Israel, the Lord of God, the Lord is one, the meaning of the first line at least, no awareness, no mitzvah. Now, I don't mean deep awareness, just an awareness that you're doing God's thing. So in Shema, you have to be aware of what the meaning of that first line is at least, right? Tefillin, you have to be aware that when you're putting it on, that it's God's command. So you're aware that it's God's command. So you're not aware of the intricacies, that's okay, you still fulfill the commandment. But when that's amazing. That's understanding the light of God, that as it comes to you, that you are a recipient of it, and you're aware of it, you get in your mind, and hopefully you even feel something in your heart for it. That's, right, the way it's contracted into us, the light of God, in a minimal manner, based on, what our capacity is to know and to feel, and even to have faith in it. That's, hovers beyond me, but yet, like clothing, it's not in me, but it's around me, but, very much close to me and a measure to me, like faith. But here we're talking about now shicha, that's beyond, so it's not awareness, beyond awareness, it's the will of will. We're aware of our will. Are you aware of the source of your will? The will's will? No. You're not. It's too deep, too concealed. Right? Fine. Get that. And this expresses itself in how we relate to God, that we do. Why do we do? Not because we understand, not because we appreciate it, not because, hey, it fits into, the way I perceive the world, that I understand and appreciate. That's Nishma, God's um, divine plan. On this level, it's nasa. I just do it beyond my appreciation of the divine order of things, the divine plan over here. Um, you know, I don't even have a buy-in over here because a buy-in means there's the me buying in. Here it expresses itself on, oh, God, this is what you want? This is what you need? Okay, doing it. No questions asked. Because on that level, there's no question. There is no, um, you know, to have my understanding of it, it's kind of minimizing it. Because now my understanding fulfills my need. I need to understand. I need to feel. I need to experience. There's the I there. Oh, that is the idea of the light of God reaches so far down, right? Lamata adi tachlis, right? The light of God reaches so far down. But here we're talking about, no. This is a light of God that is so far, lamaila adein, Kates, it's above. But what do we mean above? I mean, it's further removed. It's more and more hidden. It's entirely hidden. That the only way I come to appreciate, not to appreciate, it's not a light that's illuminating me. It's just me coming to the recognition. This is me. That I am connected to God. Not because God showed me something here, not because God illuminated something in my life. No, that's the below until no end. Nothing was shown to me. Nothing was given to me. As a matter of fact, if anything, I feel the disconnect. I feel the darkness. And in the darkness, what is it? Hey, I'm there. It's me. It's essentially I'm connected to God, and that's it. Hey, but you're not experiencing it. You're not feeling it. You're not even aware of it. Yeah, but that's what it is. How will that express itself? Not in love of God in that moment, but do for God. Because that's what he needs. So, in other words, when it comes to below to no end, it's sort of like I'm appreciating. So in the end, my appreciation, my feelings, and my experience of connection, which is important. We have both sides over here, right? So we need that, but that's limited because the illumination is coming from beyond me. It's not of me. It's not essential, therefore. The only time when I feel that being disattached, right, disconnected, and in that moment of disconnection, of that darkness, that's painful, I recognize. I'm essentially bound up. No one illuminated. God didn't even illuminate that to me. I came to it. I hope I expressed this well. I hope you, in the end we need an appreciation. It can't be just taken on faith what I just said, but I hope Carol, Andrew, Liba, what are your thoughts? You got it somewhat? Carol, I didn't hear from you. Yeah, okay. And what's online over here? Uh, Carmen, Patty, Tim, Aditi, Will of Will. Okay. Joe. Okay. Um, Anyways, it's a very refined idea, very profound idea. And the truth is hard. You can't put it into real words because that means I'm giving it to you. I'm illuminating you. This level of the divine that we're being gifted is that we come to it not because I taught it to you, not because God in a difficult, dark moment shed some light of His upon you that you feel, yes, you're connected. That's like, the hostages in the tunnels. Perhaps they felt God's presence. Right? That's feeling God's presence. Here is you feeling disconnect, but then you come to the, hey, you come to it. No one can give it to you. And in the end, that's the greatest gift God gives us. And we come to it. Wow.